Hello and welcome to another All Too Confusion Hangout. I am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific commenter himself, Zelius.
Yo, what's up?
Not a whole lot. It's apparently going to be a lot of bad weather for the next something amount of days in Atlanta, and then
You
of
mean
course,
like crazy thunderstorms rolling in and hail and thunder and lightning and
I think thunder, probably not all the that you speak of, but you never know. I mean, the apocalypse could be
well,
upon us.
we were supposed to we were supposed to get actually 6 to 9 inches of snow yesterday.
But did it happen?
No, not really. We got like snow in the afternoon. I was like, eh. But my friend who lives about 3 hours east of me, they got school canceled. They got about 10 inches of snow between like 7 a.m. and like 2 in the afternoon.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So there's plenty of snowfall around the Midwest this lovely spring, I think, day. We're told it's spring. I'm not confirmed to the validity of that statement, though.
I can tell you that it's finally well, it was warming up in Atlanta. Now because of all the wonderful rain. Apparently, the temperature's supposed to drop back to like the 50s, which I know is like spring for you, but in
Let's
Atlanta,
try it like on cue for you, right there. Like I was stoked. Like I finally, for like the first time today, I could finally wear like my light corduroy jacket I got in Christmas. I think it's finally not. Well, over the weekend it was like 80 degrees outside.
hmm
Like literally went from 30 degrees to like 80 degrees in a day. It was ridiculous. It's like, really, people? This is not right. But it's all good. It's finally actually spring weather.
good,
So it is
good.
good stuff.
All right, Zelius, tell me what you've been playing.
Um, I'm a sad man. I haven't really got a chance to play video games this week.
What?
Uh,
Oh
I
God.
know, man.
Oh
Work's
God.
just been kicking my butt. And I just, I played a little bit of Torchlight too, just a little.
hmm
But no, I unfortunately, I know it's just lame, and I apologize profusely for being a terrible video game player. It's
Terrible.
just sad.
Terrible.
I bought video games, if that counts for anything.
What'd you buy?
I was at the. It's never a good idea to go to the used video game store. No good ever comes of it. It's just you're never gonna buy stuff. Why even go?
Right.
It's like Steam, only physical format. I bought Final Fantasy 13.
Okay.
I bought um, what's it called? Arkham Horror, Arkham Asylum, the Batman one.
There's Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. Did you buy the first one or the second one?
First one.
Okay, it's the Asylum.
Okay, there you go. And I bought another game, which I clearly am very impressed with the title because I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, you kind of like to use like a store. You just see a bunch of like Xbox games for under $10.
hmm
You just gotta pick them up. You're like, yeah, see how it goes.
hmm
I wanted to play actually Final Fantasy 13 when it first came out. Like, I was super excited. But then after all the reviews came out, to be like, I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait a while. So I've waited like what, 2 years?
Something like that.
I mean, I know the game's been out for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give that game a whirl. Hopefully, I doubt it'll be this weekend because I will not be home this weekend. I'll be up in the cities doing stuff.
hmm
But at some point, I will hopefully get to try some Final Fantasy 13 to see if it lives up or down to the critics' expectations, one might say. I did actually try to play on my. I did purchase on Steam. It was on sale, The Last Remnant.
hmm
But it wants like an Xbox controller by default,
Uh-huh.
and I don't quite have a USB cable to go from my controller to my PC.
Oh,
So,
it wouldn't work that way either. Anyways, you have to
oh,
get a wired controller.
it can only be wired.
hmm
Yeah, so I'm kind of screwed. I was like, well, it's good that you only spent like $2.99 on it. It's not like I
Yeah,
lost a whole lot. Oh no, I know a video game I did play. Ticket to Ride.
that's a
I
great game.
love that game. I know we've talked about it in the past. It's just one of those great games. Like, man, I got like 20 or 30 minutes. I just need to play a quick video game.
hmm
Bam, throw up Ticket to Ride. Just throw in the big cities game. It's just a fun game. I just love Ticket to Ride. Great game.
Awesome.
Yes. So I have a feeling that you are going to like destroy my video game playing with your list.
Okay, let's see what have I been playing. I finished Max Payne 3, and I wrote a review of that up on the website. I'm still struggling to get through the last itty bitty part of the Battle Block Theater for the Xbox Live Arcade.
Right on.
Um, I started playing Lollipop Chainsaw for the Xbox 360. I know that game's been out for a while, but it's been like sitting in a GameFly folder forever. So I'm now playing that. Of course, I'm continuing to play Torchlight 2. I
Of
got a little
course.
bit in last night. A
How
lot of,
what level up to do you know yet?
huh?
Do you know what level you're at?
22.
Okay, not too shabby.
Um, so I'm still playing that.
Excellent.
I picked up Game Dev Tycoon. After writing the article about the awesomeness of the company, I had to buy a legit copy and try my luck at it. And I have to say that anytime I put my son's name in the title of a game, it flops. I was like, Brody's Crusade. Oh, that's a 3, a 4, 3, and a 4. I'm like, then I made a sports game. It's called Dumb Ball 20X. 9, 9, 9, 9. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay, fine. Brody's Odyssey. 2, 3, 3, 2. I'm like, what the fuck? Dumb Ball 20XX. 10, 10, 9, 10. I'm like, oh, fuck it. So, anyways, phenomenal game. It's a lot of luck, and of course, you're going to be creating games on different platforms. Of course, the platform names are not the same as in reality. Like you're doing it for the Vivindo instead of
Busy
Nintendo.
box.
You've got the Vega or the Vina, which is the Sega. You have uh, the Play System, which of course is PlayStation. And like you've got the Game Gear equivalent, the Game Boy
Mhm.
equivalent. Um, as you create games, you level up specific aspects, and those are used to create better games along the way. I screwed the pooch and had like phenomenal 2D graphics, and I totally forgot about 3D graphics. And then when I tried to catch up, it bankrupted me.
Sad day. Yeah.
Yes, but I did.
2D games are still pretty rad in the right circumstance.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been playing that, and then I bought. I don't know why I keep buying this freaking series because I suck at this game, but I bought Poker Night 2. Um,
I didn't know you were a poker player. Yeah.
I'm not, but I
Okay.
love the character commentary. The first
Is that
one,
like people who like read Playboy for the articles?
well, the first okay, so the first one, the first Poker Night that was released on Steam had Tycho from Penny Arcade, Sam from Sam and Max, um, oh my gosh, the Heavy from Team Fortress 2,
Mhm.
and shit, who was the fourth person? I can't remember who the fourth person was, but there's four people, and then of course yourself. This time around, it is Ash from Evil Dead, um, Max from Sam and Max, uh, Claptrap from Borderlands, and Brock Sampson from the Venture Brothers.
Right on.
So I actually won last night. It took 4 times of me busting, like done with the game, but I finally won. Pure luck. Apparently, like the characters have tails. I don't see them.
You're not that hardcore into it.
No,
Don't care that much.
no, not really.
Mm,
I
that's
just love the
unfortunate.
commentary because some of the shit is so off the wall funny that. Oh, and in the second one, your dealer, you actually have a dealer this time. It's not just like the table dealing you.
Yeah.
The dealer is GLaDOS from Portal.
I kind of back in the day when I used to live back in the ATL, we had a neighborhood poker game,
Hmm.
and it was like every Tuesday or Thursday night or something. It was great. You just go there. It was like a $10 buy-in, and so you didn't lose too much money if you sucked. And best of all, there was always food and booze. It's good
Good stuff.
times.
It's good stuff.
Love poker. Kind of miss it.
So, I think that basically outlines all the games I've been playing. I feel like there's some more that I should be playing, but I have not gotten around to it yet. Some cool stuff, some I guess like nerd stuff that I have gotten in the mail. First of all, my Ouya is still not here. I'm really pissed. I like check 3 times every single night to see if maybe UPS or FedEx has dropped it off in the middle of the night or something.
No such
No
luck.
what?
Oh, that
So
is
far.
unfortunate.
All right, so here's one thing that I did kickstart. Yeah, it's been a while because it was a web web series. Is called the Chris and Scott's Scott and Chris Show. Also available on Laserdisc.
Okay.
It is Chris Straub from Starslip webcomics, Starslip, Chainsaw. Oh my gosh, Chainsaw.
I
Oh
have
my
no idea.
god. Okay, I'm googling it. Hold on. I'm gonna as soon as I start typing, I'm gonna be so pissed at myself.
Chainsaw Massacre?
No, Chainsaw Suit, Chainsaw
Sure.
Suit, and then and of course I forgot what the other one is now. Brood. Brood Hollow, which is a cosmic horror adventure comic by Chris Straub. He's one of the buddies from Penny Arcade. The other person who's part of the Chris and Scott and Chris show is of course Scott Kurtz, who is famous for PvP Online as well as Table Titans and the Trenches. Though his involvement with the Trenches kind of has shifted, I think because of Table Titans.
Mm.
Table Titans is actually sanctioned by Dungeons and Dragons, so that's kind of cool. But anyways, okay, so I got this. It's the season 1. My name is in the credits every
Woo.
single episode. There's Charlie Hawkins right there in the credits. That was before I was smart enough to think, oh, I should put Ultra Confusion. But have no fear. Every other game that has my name in the credits is Ultra Confusion.
Nice.
So people are like, what the fuck is Ultra Confusion?
Well, let's go
Hopefully they're
Google.
like, oh, I know that guy. And of course, speaking of Chris Straub, he was having a sale on his blog, so I had to get the Starslip complete series.
Good lord.
So
Looks like some good nighttime reading there.
absolutely, I've read a bunch of it on his actual website, but it's so hard. Here's my issue with webcomics, especially if you're trying to play catch up with the webcomics that's been established for a while. There is no easy way to hold your place. I mean, yes, you could bookmark. You could just like keep
Bookmark
bookmarking it.
them. Brilliant.
Huh?
Brilliant. Bookmarks.
I know,
They've
but
only been around since like the 80s.
yeah, I know, but
70s probably.
but well, at my old job, I thought I was being slick by doing by utilizing Google Chrome's incognito mode. So that really screwed me over because, of course, it doesn't keep any of your internet history.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, so I was like,
oh, stealthy.
yeah. So, anyways, I got that whole series. I'm gonna start reading that. I'm kind of excited because of the Scott and Chris show. Because of the level I kickstarted for it, I'm getting a personal drawing from both of them, and then one of their favorite books. So I'm
Dang,
gonna
yo.
frame the shit out of that, man. Frame the shit out of it.
Very nice.
I also have a poster I got from Think Geek, but it's not down here. It's a Firefly poster, which is
Well, it's Firefly, duh.
hello. So yes, let's see here. I fell. I know I promised that I would not do any more Kickstarter projects, but I broke my promise. I'm
It's like
sorry.
you and anime back in the day, yo.
Oh, don't know. See, there's an individual at work who's like, "Oh, you watch anime? Well, have you seen this series?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You really have to." And they started talking about it, like, "Oh my god, I have to re-watch this." I'm like, "Well, shit, I gotta check it out." So I'm like treading a dangerous line right now. Thankfully, it's on Netflix, so I'm not buying the series.
Nice.
But
There you go.
actually, I still have two anime series that I need to get through. I've got Black Lagoon season 1 and 2, and then I've also got Fafner all on Blu-ray. Funny story. So the software that came with my laptop, this beautiful piece of work that I'm broadcasting from,
I'm very
uh,
impressed.
it has the ability to play Blu-rays,
But
but the software is stuck in a perpetual loop of, oh, you need an update. So it doesn't actually play Blu-ray because it's constantly looking for an update that it can't receive because, in actuality, the version of the software that plays the Blu-rays has been discontinued because it
oh,
was like number 10 and now they're on number 13.
nice.
Yes.
So you
So,
remember once upon a time, I think it was if you still had like the original version of Windows XP without the SPs,
mm-hmm,
is you couldn't run Windows updates. If
mm-hmm,
you tried going to the web browser, the web
mm-hmm.
browser was so old that it couldn't even connect to the Windows Update service.
Yep.
So you're trying to do updates, but you can't because your web browser won't work. And it's like, what the hell? They tried going on with Firefox because you didn't even have Google Chrome back in the day.
Yep.
And Microsoft was like, no, just use Internet Explorer.
What's it called? Firefox back then?
Mozilla.
Right.
It's been Firefox forever. I mean, it used to be Netscape, and then Netscape got like forked over to Firefox. Is kind of what happened. Kind of like almost like OpenOffice and LibreOffice, kind of the same idea.
There
They kind of have the
was
same origins, and you just kind of
there was a browser way back when. Let me see if I can find it.
used a funky one way back in the day.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if I can find it. Neoplanet.
Yeah, you just got to be different. You got to be special. You just can't be a conformist like the rest of us.
Let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, but it's been dead forever.
Hmm. Kind of like long live Netscape 4.51. Tab browsing for the win.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so Neoplanet. That was awesome because that was like one of those browsers that you actually got to customize, which rocked my world. Anyways, okay, so let's see here. What else is going on? I feel like there's something else going on. Oh, of course, the Xbox reveal thing is inching ever closer. We are now in the correct month to see it, but we still got, what is today? The 2nd, so we still got 19 days to go.
I'm super excited about it.
It's gonna be
Because
awesome.
then we get to wait like a year for it to come out, so it's like
No,
whatever.
it's not gonna be a year. They're gonna release it by the
Christmas
holidays.
release.
Well, they have to because that's when the PlayStation is releasing. Do you honestly think that Microsoft will let Sony have an entire holiday by himself? No way.
Fair enough.
No way. Um,
Speaking of consoles, did you see that the new version of Madden is not coming out for Wii?
that does not surprise me whatsoever.
They're just skipping the Wii. Screw it.
Well, half the issue is that. Well, are you talking like Wii and the Wii U, or just the
Uh,
Wii?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's both of them. Yeah.
Well, it's probably got to do with their unique control system, and let's be honest, the market is not there for that type of sports game on either of those consoles. Um, so I'm not really all that surprised.
Mm.
What would really surprise me is if EA goes, guess what? We're going to allow for roster updates instead of you having to pay $60 every year.
Wouldn't that be a kicker?
I understand you could still implement EA if you're listening or watching whatever. You could still implement your every 2 years turning off the servers, whatever. But yeah, I would
Yeah, it's
recommend that.
they are not releasing the Wii U version.
That's not that really doesn't surprise me. The Wii U. Do you have? I mean, are you looking at a site that shows you sale figures?
No, not
Okay.
right now.
I'm very curious and very scared of the fact that I'm not really seeing much advertisement for the Wii U at all. Once it came out, it just kind of fizzled into the background.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it either.
Um, that slightly worries me because I mean, you know, it it appears to be getting ever closer to like Dreamcast status, which is a bad thing if you want to stay in the console market. But then again, perhaps they're the complete 180 of Sony, because Sony seems dedicated to try to kill their handheld, and Nintendo seems dedicated to destroy their console. So Nintendo will soon only have handhelds, and Sony, unless they really screw the pooch, will have a console and no handheld. But that's just my opinion, you know. I don't know anything.
Well, I'm aware of this, and that's okay.
So I know that basically all of our discussions at some point devolve into indie games versus mainstream games. So I'm just going to throw it out there right here, right now. Let's hit the topic that of course is one of the favorite ones to talk about, and that of course is indie games versus mainstream games or AAA title games that have a humongous multi $100 million budget versus I don't want to say mom and pop startup, but a company that focuses more on the bite-sized games to try to latch onto the market, be it through iOS, XBLA, PSN. As much as I hate this fucking thing, actually, you know what? Screw this. We're talking about Facebook games, all right? That shit's messed up. That's it. It's messed up.
Don't leave it hanging like that,
All
yo.
right, so here's the deal. If you're going to give limited amount of turns, which I understand, you get this addiction and you get this routine of, oh, I've got 20 moves. Let me do my 20 moves.
Okay.
Do not, I repeat, do not hinge the game solely on making an individual. I understand you want more people to play the game, so you're trying to get you to rope your three of your best friends into playing the game. But let's say that I don't have three friends that like to play games. So what you're basically doing is you're allowing me to play up to a certain point, and then I'll jump on a couple more times and go, oh yeah, that's right. I can't play any further because I don't have three more friends to unlock the next area, and I'm going to drop you like a bad habit.
Why do you think I don't play Facebook games, yo?
That's true.
There's a very good reason I stay away from social games like that because I have no desire to be like, hey, you're my friend. Why don't you come play with me? It's just
It,
like, no thanks.
it is very awkward to be put in a place of trying to force individuals to sign on to a game even for just 1 second so that you can advance your own agenda. It's just weird.
And I don't
And
want to be like asking, like, yo, Charlie, will you come rake my leaves to help out my town so my people are happier?
right, I
Really?
mean, one of my biggest issues is the fact that as a result of, I mean, a lot of people have actually, I mean, it's really hard to keep up with the different iterations of what Facebook has been doing and redoing and refunctioning and all that shit. But uh,
Does
once
seem
upon
too
a time,
friendly.
there was a setting that you could turn off all game
I remember
invites
that.
or pings or whatever. So if that shit's still intact, which I don't fucking know what it is, because I literally I hop on Facebook, I play the fucking games. I might like comment on somebody's thing and then I'm off. I don't really pay much attention to anything else. Um, but yes, I am a sucker. Well, okay, so I played Animal Rescue, which is a great game. It's like a God, what's the generic game? It's called Collapse. You've got these colored blocks. You're trying to line them, or you're trying to click on them. Is it click on them? Yeah, you're trying to click on them, and then like if all the reds that are touching will disappear if you touch, you know, double click on the reds
Okay.
or something like that. But I've gotten to the point where I need three friends. Well, I only have one friend who plays the game, and I'm not going to ask people who don't play the game to come join the game. So that one's
Oh,
out. There's another one called Witch Bubble Saga, which is like oh my gosh, oh, what the fuck is the name of that game? You got little orbs hanging up there, and you've got a shooter in the middle, and you're trying to aim the ball to like bounce onto these orbs, and if they're the same color, they explode. What the fuck is the name of that game? It's not
I
it's
know
not Bubble
exactly what you're
Bobble,
talking
but
about.
it's what the fuck is
I
that?
can picture it in my head too.
Yeah.
I can picture the damn little bubbles that we used to play in college all the time.
Yeah, well, it had the Bubble Bobble characters in it. That's what pissed me off.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know exactly the game you're talking about.
Okay, so you got that game as well. And of course, I've gotten to the point where you got to invite 3 more friends, and I only have one friend who plays that game, and I'm not going to invite anybody else, so that game's gone.
Oh, you could create fake accounts and just keep on inviting each other.
Yeah, no, that's retarded. I don't. I'm not. That requires effort, and I don't want to do anything that requires effort. I just want.
Wait, you're all full of like indie games. We need effort.
No, okay, so this when you're developing a product, I want you to put effort into creation of the product. But me, as the consumer, as the gamer, if you're
do you
once
get effort
once
to
I'm
get
in
the
the
fruits of your
game,
labor to build bubbles? Come on.
once I'm in the game, I don't want to be ripped out of the game for your little mini game of let's see how many fools we could pull into our game.
Think of it as like an augmented reality game.
Those oh god no, I would if those were augmented reality games, I would not play those because those are terrible.
Try.
I will fully admit, as much as I bash Zynga, I am playing a Zynga game. I know. I'm embarrassed with myself as well. I have fallen for Coasterville 2.
Oh my.
I'm allowed to make a theme park. How cool is that? And I get to customize. I've got I've got 3 different roller coasters.
That was like so 1990s.
I know. Well, shit.
With like
You know what?
processor.
I need to take a fucking plunge and just find Roller Coaster Tycoon and
GOG.com, yo.
yeah. I know. Is it not? Is that on Steam?
I don't know. I always see that for sale on Good Old Games, though.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull up Steam.
So going back real quick, you asked your question earlier about the Wii U.
Yes, sir.
The sales numbers are actually fairly depressing. So far this year, the Wii U has sold 715,000 units.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox 360, 1.7 million, and the PS3, 2.5 million units. That's kind of disturbing trend going there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's not a lot of sales there.
I agree.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, the Wii U and Wii combined haven't sold as much as the Xbox this year.
right.
So, who knows?
All right. Ooh. Oh, damn. It's $30. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum Edition.
How much is it?
$30.
Just buy. I've heard like the first one's the best, actually. I was reading some reviews.
Yeah. But look at all the pretty graphics.
I think it's one of those games that's more important for the gameplay than the graphics. Just saying, you know.
Well,
I actually have a game on my desktop that I'm really itching to like get back into right now. Capitalism 2.
oh, no, thank you.
Did you ever play the Capitalism games?
Yeah.
It's one of those games that could just like, okay, so people out there don't know what capitalism is. Basically, the first one's made back in the day, basically to be like a business simulation for like a class.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fun game to play though. It really is. Because basically like you're in this like, so you kind of have like cities and like open area and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's literally a sandbox game in terms of what do you want to do to make your business thrive. You can be like a Walmart and have a bunch of like places all around the city to just sell random imported goods. You can create your goods from scratch. You know, you can build your farmland and have your cows to get your leather or whatever cows make. Do cows make leather? I don't even know.
What?
What do cows make besides milk?
Beef?
Sure.
And leather.
Whatever.
Yes, they're leather.
Did they make leather?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can make leather out of them.
That's what I mean. So you have like a farm where you're getting cows, which ironically, gets milk too. So you have like a cow, and you get your milk and your leather, but then you have to have a manufacturing plant to process your leather to do stuff with that. It just kind of goes down the chain. So it's a very granular control, and it's really a cool game. So if you want a game you can kind of like dive into and really control the destiny of your capitalistic society.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Kind of miss it.
Trying to think if there's any good old games that I've got on my desktop. All right, we're gonna check, and I think everybody's gonna see a picture of my desktop. So let's see. Do I have anything awesome on my desktop here? Well, Ostrich Island is officially out. That's on my
I have
desktop.
EverQuest 2, which I played for a total of about an hour.
Orcs Must Die. I've only played on. I've got a free version on the PC,
I
but
thought you had that on the Xbox, though.
I do have it on the Xbox. But I talked to one of the community managers over at Roadline Entertainment. They gave me a code for a free version of the PC version.
Oh, right on.
Because Orcs Must Die 2 only came out on the PC. Killing Floor, if you're into just shooting up a bunch of zombies in an area, that's actually made by Tripwire? Yeah, Tripwire Interactive here in Atlanta.
Okay.
Smite. Smite's always fun. That's high res, and they come out with a new character every single week and hidden behind the character are patches. So you're getting weekly patches to help rebalance some stuff, and then of course work on some bugs and enhance the spectator mode of Smite.
Of course.
The one that came out with this week though, like if I had time, I would jump on Smite right now and play as oh my god, Finrir. It's like this badass looking werewolf guy. He just looks badass enough for me to be like, yes, I want to play as him.
You want to be a werewolf?
Hell yeah.
You watch some Vampire Diaries lately?
No. I have been reading a book series called, I want to say it's the Parasol Saga or something like that. Where there's werewolves and vampires and ghosts and something called prenaturals who basically negate the effects of the supernatural.
Interesting.
So if a prenatural touches you, if you're a vampire, if a prenatural touches you, you become sort of, I mean, you're dead. Of course, you're undead. But when a prenatural touches you, you kind of become a human. Like all your vampire-ness disappears. So like you don't no longer have the pointy teeth. You will not regenerate. You can actually stand in the sunlight as long as the prenatural continues to touch you. If they were released, then you're going to burn alive. Werewolves, you can't change into werewolf.
So if they release you, though, do you gain your abilities back?
Do what?
If they release you, do you gain your abilities back?
Immediately. It's only.
So it's like only while you're touched are you like unsupernatural.
Yes. Well, there's like a couple small little caveats for dead bodies. Generally. Yes. A live prenatural has to touch you. A dead so the story goes that when a prenatural dies, their body gets cremated immediately. Because what happens is, the longer it's dead, there's an area around the prenatural that starts to grow. And the dead prenatural, who apparently can't hold in its like prenatural abilities anymore, it starts spreading, and then you get like vampires and werewolves and ghosts ghosts will immediately die if a prenatural touches them, because it's basically an exorcism. But if it's a dead prenatural and the ghost is in that area, they automatically get exorcised. All the werewolves become human. All the vampires become human. And of course, everyone freaks out because they're like, what the fuck? And it's a good series. There's definitely some sex in there. I picked it up when recommended by Felicia Day and gang for their sci-fi fantasy romance book club.
What's it called?
Which one? The first book? It's called Solus.
Or the series?
I think it's called Solus.
The Parasol Protectorate?
Yeah, that's it.
I'll have to check it out.
It's interesting. There's some characters that you do want to strangle. But
Well, that's
what
pretty much
book
it.
series doesn't have those characters that you
There's
want to
always
strangle?
somebody who's like, really? You
Yeah.
dumbass.
Okay. Speaking of characters, I'm gonna segue here. Oh shit, you don't have HBO, do you?
If you ruin a Game of Thrones for me, I will ruin Warehouse 13 for you. Like, I will call you and like,
No.
non-stop. But, oh, okay. I'm not going to give anything away. Did you get to watch the season opener for Warehouse 13?
No.
Okay, all I'm going to say.
We're 2 episodes behind the one that just happened.
It's not going to give anything away. Do you know who James Marsters is?
Yes.
He's in it.
Why? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I'm
Don't
not going to
tell
tell you, but as soon as I saw that in the opening credits, I was like, yes!
Spike from Buffy is in there.
I love, he's just a great actor.
Piccolo from Dragon Ball is in there.
He's just a great actor. He does a great job in the show.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But dude,
Yeah.
dude, great episode.
Shut up. Shut up.
Watch it.
All right. I need to talk to Jesse. He's killing me. He's freaking killing me, man.
Seriously, I need to be like, dude, did you see that happen?
Don't.
Because, well,
I will ruin Game of Thrones for you.
Actually, I've read the book, so I really don't care.
It's not like the books.
That's what I've heard. So it is different enough at this point where I should avoid spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a while until I see the series because of...
Well, okay, so you watched the second season.
Yes, I've seen the first and second season all the way through.
I'm trying to remember, where did it end off?
It ended off with, let's say Khaleesi had just got her dragons back from the weird...
Okay, so Karth, what the fuck? They changed Karth completely.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
The entire thing's different. Yes, I know.
This season, more stuff, and you're just like, what the? How did you? No, that's not how it goes. Whatever. Anyways.
I know, but part of it is they got to make it for TV, so it's got to be a little bit of differences, which I get. But I think overall they've at least kept the spirit of the books.
Right. Well, I mean, for the main characters, they try to keep it as precise as possible, unless they're dealing with minor characters, and then they rewrite the minor characters' roles with those characters with more important characters.
You know what I want to see?
What's that?
As a TV show?
Huh.
The Imp.
The what?
The Imp.
The Imp. What the hell's the Imp? Oh, Tyrion.
I would seriously watch a show of like him being like the character.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who wouldn't? I mean, seriously.
He makes the series. I mean,
he does. He's amazing.
Oh my gosh, he's awesome. He is awesome.
Great. He's the man.
And he's very, the actual actor, Peter Dinklage, he is very hesitant to play parts that are specifically created for, I guess, little people, midgets, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But he said that he couldn't pass up this opopportunity.
I mean, that was a role made for him.
Oh my God, yes it was.
It's like George R.R. Martin started writing the series like 15 years ago with him in mind.
Yeah.
It's like he's going to start this show 15 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it really looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So someday I'll watch season 3. Probably like as season 4 starting to be on TV.
And I'll probably be suckered into buying the box set of season 3 on Blu-ray, because I've already got the first 2 on Blu-ray.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes. Now, if I only had time to watch this stuff.
Are you saying that your kid takes up a lot of your free time now? That's just crazy talk.
No. I'm saying work takes up a lot of my free time.
Right.
And I'm not talking about Ultra Confusion.
The one that actually gets the paycheck. It pays the bills. And I'll be happy in approximately 19 work days. And then it's a little bit, I can actually relax.
All right, so let me tell you about this wonderful itty-bitty little loophole that has caused me some amount of pain. Now, of course, first of all, I was not going to take vacation until June, so in the end, it really didn't matter. But
Okay.
I started work at this new company in December, at the beginning of December. But the
Yep.
first was a Saturday, so I actually started on the third.
Uh,
You've got 6 months before your vacation kicks in,
okay.
but it's got to be at the start of the month. If it's not at the start of the month, it gets pushed to the next start of the month. And because I was on the third, I can't start on May 1st to use my vacation. I've got to wait till June 1st to use my vacation.
That is dastardly.
Absolutely, I agree. But at the same time, I wasn't planning on taking any vacation time off until July is literally like the month that I'm going to use up all my vacation.
Nice.
Yeah,
July's a good month to go do stuff.
indeed. Well, I've got three conferences. Three conferences? Is that right? Two conferences, maybe three. Well, I'm doing AndoCon. I'm doing MonsterCon 2013. So maybe it's just two.
Maybe Dragon Con.
Well, I'm going to be at Dragon Con.
Well, you know what I mean.
Right. There's something else happening in July. I just can't remember what it is now.
I'm sure it'll come to you. Hopefully it's not like, Charlie, dude, where are you at? You're supposed to be doing a panel. Like, what? What are you talking about? I'm in a Braves game. I can't go to a panel.
Okay, that is false. Me at a Braves
Going to a
game?
Braves game?
Really? Really?
Well, I couldn't say Hawks or Falcons because they're kind of out of season. So I had to make something up.
Mm.
How's that options?
Mm-hmm.
I figured, maybe I know RJ likes baseball and you and RJ hung out and stuff. So maybe you went to a baseball game to drink beer and eat peanuts because that's what you do at baseball games.
So weird.
What else? What other reason is there to go to a baseball game other than to eat peanuts and drink beer?
Hmm. If you sit close enough to the field, you get to see which cheetah girls are going to try to talk to the visiting dugout the entire game.
Okay, well, I guess that's always an option. I guess that's another reason for me to become a professional baseball player before my playing days are over.
And if you get really lucky and the cheetah girls drink a little bit too much, you'll get to see them flash the opposing dugout during God Bless America.
Now, is this because you've gone to the baseball game and seen this?
Yes.
I thought you didn't go to baseball games, so I'm really confused.
So my dad is like a 7-person ticket holding group for the Braves. And Julie really, really wanted to go one time before Brody came.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, fine. So we went to the game. And, excuse me, the lovely lady sitting in the first row. We were in the third row. But the lovely ladies in the first row were flirting with the opposing dugout the entire time. And during God Bless America, one of them, the one that was wearing the tube top, decided that it was time to show everyone the goods.
God bless America, indeed.
Indeed. Okay. So now you derailed me with baseball crap. Blech.
I agree, baseball is crap. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Yes.
I don't think I've watched the entire baseball game in years.
Ever. Even when I was at the Braves game, I didn't stay for the whole thing.
I know the last baseball game I watched.
What's that?
The 2003 epic collapse of the Yankees. The only reason I remember is I was working at the Sun.
2003 or was it 2004?
It was 2003.
Okay.
Or 4. I don't know. 2003 or 4. But the only reason I remember is because I was working at the Snelling Dining Hall at the time.
Uh-huh.
And we had the baseball game on the TV.
Uh-huh.
It was one of those moments of time where even if you didn't like baseball, like the moment, there is something very unique about those baseball environments.
Right.
Especially with teams like the Yankees and the Bo Sox, like you can like feel that, weight of the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was the game 7 and we were working there that night. And we were just sitting there and nobody was working. It was like 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, everybody hates the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I have only one person who actually likes the Yankees. Everybody else hates them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, we're all sitting, and I just remember there was like 60 of us just crowding around the TV at Snelling Dining Hall, just going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter if you liked baseball. It was just like the moment of like that sporting event. is what it
absolutely.
was about.
Right.
It was just, and part of it too is just being with all those people. Like if I was on my own, it wouldn't have been the same.
Right.
It was just a part of it was just being that whole crowd. They were just kind of being like, going crazy.
Mhm.
I think that's probably yeah, that's easily the last baseball game. I actually did watch the Braves some when I lived in Atlanta. Like when they had like Maddox and Glavine and Smoltzy, like when they had those guys,
Mhm.
I actually did watch baseball back then. And obviously you didn't because you kind of shaking your head like, dude, shut up.
No. No, I've
I'm
never
pretty much just a football person now.
football, and then of course, I mean, your hockey team for the first time in 21 years didn't make the playoffs.
You know, I feel like no allegiance towards the Minnesota Wild.
Not the Minnesota Wild, the
Oh,
Red
Detroit,
Wings.
but they made it last day.
They did?
Yes.
Oh shit! See, it shows you how much attention I'm paying the damn season.
Wow. Yeah, they. I actually don't know if they won game one. Well, the thing. Okay, here's my one annoyance about Detroit Red Wings.
Okay.
Is they play in the Western Conference, right?
Hmm.
Which means that they're playing against the Anaheim Ducks.
Yep.
Which means their games start at like 9:30 or 10:30 or some stupid time. So I can't like pretty much until they get to like the conference finals or the Stanley Cup playoffs,
Hmm.
like the finals. I don't actually get to watch Detroit in the playoffs because they're always like playing Western time.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not staying up till like midnight watching hockey. Like I like hockey, but I'm not that hardcore.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, they if they had lost the last game, they would not have made the playoffs. They had to like win outright to make the playoffs, and they did.
Oh shit! I thought that they were done for.
Yeah, it was that last game. It was literally make it to the playoffs or not. Which
Damn.
reminds me, I need to check now. I need to see if they won that game or not because now I'm kind of curious.
Bruins won.
What?
I said the Bruins won.
Yeah, go bees. The killer bees.
I mean, they looked completely dead in the first period, but whatever. All right. Anyways, okay. Let's not geek
Nope,
out.
they did lose. Dang it.
All right. Let's get back to games here real quick.
Is that me? Oh, stop. Sorry.
Stop watching your videos. Okay, real quick, because I completely forgot like a ton of other games I'm playing. Okay, so I'm playing some iOS games for those out there who are wondering. I'm continuing to play. What is that? What are you doing?
Yippee dog outside my door.
Oh, um, man, I was playing. I continue to play whatever the game was that I was playing in the past. I can't remember. Uh, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's not Kingdom Hearts, but it's like Crusade Hearts or something like that.
Hmm.
So I'm continuing to play that. I'm also playing. I really need to write a review for Plague Incorporated, Cling. Yeah. Man, dude, do something about that dog. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, go out there and just eat it.
Hmm.
And they do in China.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so if you live in Atlanta, sorry, Zealous, but this does not pertain to you. But if you are
You
in the
geographist.
yeah, yeah. If you're in or around the Atlanta area, I believe it's not. I, I think it's not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, maybe. I think is GGDA's meetup at. Oh shit, was it GGDA or was it IGDA Atlanta? Whatever. It's a game developer meetup at Turner Studios, right next to Georgia Tech.
Hmm.
I'll put up all the details and upload the information to the calendar, which I hope that everyone's enjoying the calendar on Alter Confusion. I'm trying to keep all of the events up to date there. Hopefully, some of you who are in the Atlanta area are actually benefiting from every Wednesday night at the Battle and Brew, the Geek Trivia. One of these days, I'll actually get over there and get to play.
If only I lived in Atlanta.
Though I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me because I think I know Geek Trivia, but I may
Probably
be
not
totally
really.
wrong. You know, it might be like the experience that I had at Dragon Con, where I was like, okay, nerds and geeks unite. This is going to be just like PAX, but in my own backyard. No. This is the representation of what I consider geek, uh, geek nerd culture that I can relate to. This is Dragon Con. Okay? This little hole right here versus this humongous piece. So,
Geek trivia would be fun, but I would know I'd be terrible. Because like a
I'm
lot of
sure it
geeky
would.
stuff, like I haven't seen the stuff like I don't. Okay, I know this is gonna be blasphemous, but I'm not particularly a big fan of Star Wars.
Ah!
I know
How about Star
Star
Trek?
Trek. I haven't watched Star Trek really. You know,
Ah! Battlestar
I know.
Galactica. Battlestar
Um,
Galactica.
and yes, okay, I've seen Battlestar Galactica.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I don't really watch anime, but like,
Ah!
ah, but like a lot of like those like geeky things, I'm like, hey, I watch them. Even things that like VSG, for instance, right?
Mhm.
I'm not, I'm not gonna really. It's been like 2 years since I've seen it. I'm not gonna remember like what happened to what's her name, Thera Thrace, whatever her name is,
Mhm.
Thrace, when she landed on Earth. I'm like, I don't know, like stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna remember those type of things. So I know geek trivia. I'd be terrible. Like general trivia, okay, I can be okay at general trivia, but geek trivia it would be so specific and like probably what they're looking for. I'm guessing.
Mhm.
I'd be like, I don't know.
The one funny thing would be if they have like these curveball questions that are sports related, and everyone's like, "I don't know what the answer is."
We'd be like, yes.
What Boston Celtic has 11 championship rings? I got it. It's Bill Russell. It's Bill Russell.
You'd probably know those, yeah.
I like to think that I dabble in a little bit of everything.
You're a well-rounded gentleman.
I have way too much anime. I've got over 400 DVDs and then tack on a bunch of Blu-rays.
You should really just get like yourself like a home NAS and just like rip all that shit and like build yourself like a home media center. Just put it on there.
Zelius, I tell you what, why don't when you come to town, you help me build that?
Honestly, you know what I would do?
Huh.
Instead of building it, the easiest way is just go get like a two-base Synology NAS.
See, you speak techie terms that go. I don't know
See,
what
that's
to
what they
do.
need. If they have like geek trivia and they ask like computer questions, I'd be like, score!
Okay, so you have a networking issue between this and this. So yes, I have a butt ton of anime. I love anime. I love specific anime. I'm not going to say I love the anime in general because there is a very wide variety
Okay,
of anime
you
out
know
there.
what anime I really enjoyed?
What's
Now
that?
there's more like it.
What's that?
Was the Record of Lotus Wars.
Absolutely.
Like the story, the drawing, like,
Mm-hmm.
and here's my problem with most anime.
Mm-hmm.
The stereotypical anime humor
Mm-hmm.
does not amuse me whatsoever. I just find it annoying.
Well, it's not built for American audience. It's built
I
for
know,
Japanese.
and that's fine. Like, it's not like a slam against it. It just doesn't do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like going back to like last week we brought up the IT crowd. Same thing with laugh tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a laugh track and I turn off the TV. I see your typical Japanese humor, and I'm like, click. And that's my problem with a lot of animes. They include that stuff, and I'm like, no. So I want something else like Record of Lotus Wars. The closest I've seen is I found Claymore comes somewhat close.
Ah, that is a great series.
So
Great
like
series.
you're more kind of like serious show. It's got good action. It actually has a plot. Those kind of animes I love.
I have an anime that, if it were to have been complete, would have
Mm,
stacked up right there. And Zelius
and
immediately knows what I'm talking about.
Berserk.
Berserk.
That was phenomenal. I agree.
All right, so here's episode one. Let's see here. Episode one. Here's episode two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 12, blah, 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 26. Something's wrong. Here's episode 1. Here's episode 26. What is happening here? No one knows. The first episode, he has a crossbow for a hand. When you leave him at 26, he has all his appendages.
Who knows? Because they didn't actually finish the series, right? The anime series.
mm. They had an artistic finish to the anime series.
Ah.
What kind of cop out is that? All right. So, anyways, I like a good variety of anime. I have some bad anime that I own, and I've got some very good anime that I own. I own series and movies, whatever. Of course, video games, be it Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, the Wii, Nintendo DS, Xbox 360, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Game Gear.
Sega Genesis.
I never had a Sega
Dreamcast.
Oh, and a PSP. So you can
Game
see
Boy
that
Classic.
and PCs, of course. I mean, you can't go wrong with that with a PC. So I have journeyed with games. I don't want to say from its infancy because that was really in the 70s and I wasn't alive then. But I have seen a huge change from a game from the learning company called Think Quick to like a Max Payne 3 now.
Just a little difference.
Just a slight little difference.
Just a slight.
And then, of course, movies. I've got a good, I love sci-fi fantasy. So I've got a ton of those books. So, I feel like I have this good amount of nerdiness to me. But then you go to Dragon Con and you're like, I am such an amateur. I do not even stack up to the nerdiness that walks through those doors.
Well, the difference is like they embrace. It's like a lifestyle choice for them.
Absolutely. I mean,
That's what it comes down to.
I would love to be able to dress up as a character, but I have no confidence in trying to create my own costume. I could sew,
Dude,
sort of.
The Doctor.
Dude, I could. Yes, I know. I know a lot of
They
people.
give you like any other guy who goes to a conference. They're like, what do I dress up as? I'll just go as the Doctor, because you put on like a funny looking tux and you have your little super pen.
Right.
Sonic screwdriver. There we go.
What the hell? Hold on. This is if I ever had the cojones. Let's see here. Where is my Hangout? Share screen. That one.
Whoa.
Do you see that?
Okay, I could actually see that. Yeah.
Nicholas.
I can see you pulling that off.
I would be Wolfwood in a heartbeat, man.
I can see you doing that.
How the hell
I think you should do it, yeah.
I would love to do that. Or I'd love to be.
You just might have to shave your chest.
You don't have much hair on my chest to begin with, so it's not going to be a problem.
There you go. See, you already got one step taken care of. We don't need to see now the 40-year-old virgin for you.
Yeah. Or, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I would love to try for this one as well. Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
Right on. I want to go as the Corgi from Cowboy Bebop.
You want to go as Ein?
Yep.
I told Julie, my wife, if she ever wanted a Corgi, because she's like, oh, Corgi would be awesome to have. I'm like, if we have a Corgi, its name is going to be Ein. I'm just going to tell you. The name of the Corgi is Ein. Okay, so yes, I do have some fandom in me. I mean,
they are the cutest damn dogs ever.
Yes, apparently they're very yippy, and sometimes when you're a stranger to them, they could be kind of nasty.
I've heard, yeah, they're very yippy, and they also bark like nonstop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard they're great, loyal, fun dogs, but they're high maintenance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not just a little furball of cuddleness. You gotta work with them, right. And they're very high energy, require lots of walking and stuff.
Right. And then, of course, to round out my
And they're
nerdiness,
sheepdogs.
huh?
They were basically sheepdogs back in the
Right,
day,
right.
so it makes sense.
And to round out my nerdiness, real quick, I'm a huge purveyor of web comics, Star Slip, Brood Hollow, PvP, Penny Arcade. On occasion, Control Alt Delete, though, since he acts the main storyline, it's not really working for me. Table Titans, The Trenches. Is that it?
XKCD.
I I don't really keep up with that one. I usually get links to it and then I read it and enjoy it thoroughly, and then read a bunch of random ones on that site. Chainsaw Suit is another one I will also read. Oh man,
About the only ones I freaking XKCD, QC, and
man, I haven't read QC in a long time.
Nerf now,
Don't be
and
wrong.
it's basically a video game. It's entertaining, but you have to be like it revolves heavily around certain video games, like for instance, Team Fortress 2
Hmm.
and StarCraft and like League of Legends.
Hmm.
So if you haven't played some of those games,
Hmm.
probably not gonna be as entertaining because you'll be like, I don't get it.
Well, I used to read VG Cats, but that dude like decided not to like update it. He updated like once every 2 months, and
The other one I enjoy is PhD Comics is fun.
hmm, uh, what's it? Three panel something. It's by the guys who did, I think, Mac Lab.
MacLab,
I think it's
Mac
Mac Lab.
Hall.
I don't know. Hold on, let's see.
There was an old comic I used to read years ago in college called Mac Hall, and I know they stopped for a different comic series.
Yes, I think that's it. Three panel soul.
What?
Three panel soul.
I don't know if that's the I don't know if that's the genesis of it not, but it was a comic I used to read called Mac Hall, and I knew they stopped for another comic
Yeah,
series.
Mac Hall. Yep, it's
I really
exactly.
liked that was a fun series.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites while it lasted.
Um. So yes. Ah. Some interesting news. I said maybe 2 weeks ago
Okay.
that my tablet, my
Yes.
drawing tablet, might be coming out, and there might be a
Sounds like
comic
trouble.
rebirth. Um, for better or for worse, the tablet will be attached to this laptop on random occasions. I can't promise that I'm going to be producing a comic, but um, my desktop is basically dead.
Sad day, yo.
Um, it went through like extreme disaster recovery. Then he was like, when you start up, it usually says, "Oh no, your computer did not shut down properly. Would you like to do a recovery restore, or would you like to try to start Windows as normal?" I
Yep.
didn't get that option. It automatically went into recovery restore.
That's never a good sign.
No, it's not. And it basically hung up in the middle of the recovery restore. So, Frankenstein, you have served me well, but you may be destined forever to stay off.
That is unfortunate turn of events.
Indeed. So, ironically, I have to put the first time I'm going to really use the tablet on this laptop is for my paying job, because I have to do some editing on their website with some images that I cannot edit. They don't have the correct software to do it with, and uh, I need the precision of the stylus instead of the mouse.
Oh, right on, right on.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyways, I have so many ideas floating around my head about the comic. Like I'd really like to do a comic. I think that if I were to do a comic, I think I would not do a 3 panel comic. Uh,
2.5.
no, it'd be like six.
Ooh.
It would be longer comics. You'd have three stacked on three.
Going extreme, yo.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the way that I'm storytelling, I can't get enough out in just those 3 panels, and then you got to wait 2 days or whatever. I I need more panels to work with, so I think I'm going to mess around with that. I don't know if it would be a story that continues with Steve and Hawk. I know there's been 2 iterations of those two. I don't know if I'd be going for a comedy or a serious thing or what I'd be doing, or if I'd be doing more of like the comics that apparently some people really liked and some people didn't like, and that was the Hawk's Thoughts comics, which were really my. I would just basically pull all the shit that's out of my head and throw it in 3 panels and then draw pictures to go with it.
It sounds dangerous.
Which ironically is the exact opposite of the other comic, which is I would draw 3 panels and then go, okay, and this is probably what they would say in these 3 panels.
Interesting approach.
So, uh, I I believe you're going to see some comics. I just don't know what the subject matter is going to be about. If I am going to be reaching out for individuals to help me with writing to get ideas, or if I'm going to try to keep it all inside this right here. I can promise you that it's going to look a lot like probably the rest of my comics because I'm going to draw them myself.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't know what the subject matter, the subject is
Gotcha.
going to be about. So
I'll
we'll
be
see.
surprised.
Yes, it's going to be a huge surprise. So be on the lookout for that. Is there any other housekeeping I need to talk about? I got this close to actually almost accidentally having a video with Jesse. So hopefully in the near future we can actually nail a video down.
I think you should trick them. Invite him over to do a video and have Warehouse 13 waiting for him.
Yeah, let's do a video. Okay. But before we do that, there's 4 episodes of Warehouse 13 and we got to catch up on.
Nice.
Yes. So, we have made it just past the hour mark, so I think we'll wrap up the recording, and then of course Zelius and I can stick around for a little bit just to shoot some additional shit. Of course, the Ustream will continue to stream, but this video that we are currently recording is going to stop, and then of course I will have to edit the shit out of it. So if you have just joined or joined late in the video, I promise that the video will be up. But knowing how my laptop has worked in the past, I can promise you that the video will be available on Vimeo probably by 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the video on the website will probably be available by about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
What do you like? Leave your laptop on and it processes?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I would love to say that I have, I mean, my laptop is freaking amazing, but when it comes to rendering video of over an hour long, it takes a long time.
Well, especially because you know exactly with the graphics card in a laptop versus a desktop, that's going to make a huge difference.
Absolutely. And also, I'm trying to push it at 720p.
Yeah. Yeah, that could take a while.
So anyways, let's wrap this portion up here. So thank you for tuning in or trying to catch us on this Ultra Confusion Hangout. Of course, we're going to be doing this every single week. So if you if this is your first time or you joined late and you want to hear more of the awesomeness that comes out of my brain as well as Zelis's, we do this every single Thursday at 8 p.m., not a.m., p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Thursday. So thank you for
better known as 7 Central Time.
Yes, 7 Central Time for you people who live whichever way it is. It's one of these ways.
West
Anyways,
of you.
West of me. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. For myself, Charlie, and Zelius, we will see you next week.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.